we're making in our fight against the pandemic. Driven by the more transmissible Delta variant, cases are continuing to rise. These cases are concentrated in communities with low vaccination rates. In fact, over the past 7 days, Florida and Texas have accounted for about 1/3 of new cases and more than 1/3 of new hospitalizations nationwide. In 7 states alone, Florida, Texas, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, states with some of the lowest vaccination rates account for about half of new cases and hospitalizations in the past week, despite making up less than 1/4 of the U.S. population. Vaccinations are the very best line of defense against COVID and the Delta variant, and we're doing everything we can to keep getting shots in arms. And we are seeing results. Over the past 24 hours, we've recorded 864,000 vaccinations, the highest in a day since July 3rd. And importantly, 585,000 first shots. That's the highest since July 1st. For the 4th week in a row, we've increased the daily average number of Americans newly vaccinated. And importantly, we're seeing the most significant increases in states with the highest case rates. We've more than doubled the average number of people newly vaccinated each day over the past 3 weeks in the states with the highest case rates. In fact, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Mississippi are now vaccinating people at a pace not seen since April. And other states that have been lagging in vaccinations are also picking up their pace. Tennessee has seen a 90% increase in first shots over the past 2 weeks. Oklahoma, an 82% increase, and Georgia, a 66% increase in first shots over the past 2 weeks. Clearly, Americans are seeing the impact of being unvaccinated and unprotected. And they're responding by doing their part, rolling up their sleeve and getting vaccinated. In addition to getting more shots in arms, we are spurring action on vaccination requirements. Last week, the President announced new vaccination requirements for all federal workers and federal contractors. And he called for strong vaccination requirements from the private and public sectors to help protect lives and keep our economy strong. Already, we're seeing momentum in vaccination requirements across the country. Businesses know vaccinations are a way to keep their workers and customers safe and to keep their doors open. And today, Yelp is announcing a new feature that allows consumers to search for businesses with fully vaccinated workers or businesses that require proof of vaccination to enter the business. Small businesses across the country are stepping up. A recent study shows that half of America's small businesses are likely to require their employees to be vaccinated. Just this week, Saffron, a family-owned business in New Orleans, announced their staff is 100% vaccinated, and they are requiring vaccinations or a negative test for all their customers. Tuesday was Saffron's first night of service under their new rules, and the owner said the community response has been overwhelmingly positive. At the same time, nearly 650 colleges and universities are already requiring on-campus employees and students to be vaccinated. And yesterday, leaders of America's historically black medical schools decided to mandate COVID-19 vaccines for all of their medical students. Nationwide, over 100 hospital and healthcare systems, including the Department of Veterans Affairs, are requiring vaccinations for their healthcare workers. In fact, just this week, more than 30 healthcare employers, including Kaiser Permanente, one of the country's largest, announced vaccination requirements for their healthcare workers. So America's businesses, large and small, universities and medical schools, and many other institutions are stepping up on vaccination requirements. And our message is quite simple. We support these vaccination requirements to protect workers, communities, and the country. As we double down on getting more Americans vaccinated, we're also stepping up our work to help states experiencing rising cases due to the Delta variant. Our COVID-19 surge response teams are now working with 16 states to address their specific needs. We have deployed hundreds of federal personnel to provide in-person support to address a range of needs, from increased testing to getting shots in arms through mobile vaccination clinics, to encouraging more physicians to use antibody treatments, to helping states address hospital capacity issues. Let me close with this. From the beginning, we have known that this virus is unpredictable. And we have been relentless in our efforts to get people vaccinated. Our whole of government response will continue its relentless efforts to end this pandemic and deliver progress each and every day.